Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, we must give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten Son, Yahweh, for allowing his word to come out. And I hope you sincere brothers and sisters is edified by this word. And the name of the lesson is called Common Sense, Prudence, and Circumstances to Avoid When Dealing with Others is Priceless, man. Or a better way to say it is, it's priceless, okay, when you use common sense, prudence, because it allows you to avoid circumstances, man, when dealing with others. What you see on the screen is a priceless diamond, okay? A diamond so precious that its value cannot be determined. A diamond that's so priceless is beyond all prices. A diamond that's so priceless you can't even put a price on it. And that's equivalent to the value of using common sense, prudence, and circumstances to avoid when dealing with others, man. It's equivalent to that value. And in this word, man, we're going to show you, okay, how you have to be prudent when dealing with others. You have to use common sense. And we're going to show you the circumstances to avoid when dealing with others. And if you execute all three, man, the value of it is more priceless than this priceless diamond you see on the screen, man. When it comes to circumstances, it's situations or conditions connected with events and actions. We're going to speak about that in this word. Prudence, okay, is having the ability of discernment, being cautious, being able to foresee and avoid evil, and most importantly, part of prudence is being circumspect. And when you operate that skill set when dealing with others, your prudence become priceless. Okay, when you're able to be in situations or conditions connected with events and actions with dealing with others, okay, and knowing how to avoid that, that's precious. When you use common sense, man, when dealing with others, you're going to see it's priceless, man. We're going to come to you in the Apocrypha in Sirach, chapter 8, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 8, man. And it reads in verse 1, it says, "Strive not with a mighty man, lest thy fall into his hands," man. You don't contend with a mighty man. You're going to fall into his power, man. You see? It says, verse 2, "Be not at variance with the rich man, lest he overweigh thee for gold, have destroyed many." Oh, no, it said, "Overweigh thee, for gold have destroyed many, and perverted the hearts of kings." You see that? So you don't want to quarrel with a rich man, you see, because you're going to pay the price of that downfall. You dig? So I hope you're listening up. Again, man, in this word, man, we're going to show you how you use common sense, prudence, and circumstances to avoid when dealing with others, man. And if you're able to develop this skill set, the value of it is going to be deemed priceless, man. And again, in Sirach chapter 8, verse 1, it says, "Strive not with a mighty man," okay, "lest thou fall into his hands." So you don't want to contend with a mighty man, dude. Verse 2, it says, "Be not at variance with a rich man, lest he overweigh thee. For gold have destroyed many, and perverted the hearts of kings," man. So you see that? So you don't quarrel with a rich man, dude, because you're going to pay the price of that downfall. You dig? Verse 3, it says, strive not with a man that is full of tongue, and heap not wood upon his fire, man. Nah, man. Abort mission would do. Verse 4, jest not with a rude man, lest thy ancestors be disgraced. Don't associate with the senseless. You dig? Verse 5, reproach not a man that turneth from sin, but remember that we are all worthy of punishment. You see that? A person that have turned away from sin, trying to go straight, man, don't provoke him to go to backslide. You dig? Stay away from that, man. Verse 6, dishonor not a man in his old age, for even some of us wax old. You see that? So you don't insult one that is old. That's why I say respect your elders, but you don't insult one who is old. Because guess what? One day if we live long enough, we're gonna grow old. And you're gonna have to answer to that. It's called karma, baby. Verse 7, man. Rejoice not over thy greatest enemy being dead, but remember that we die all. You see that? So you don't rejoice when someone dies, because you got to remember we all are to be gathered in when it comes to death. You see? In verse 8 it says, despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs. For of them thou shalt learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease, man. That's cold-blooded right there, man. You don't neglect the discourse of the wise, okay? But you take heed to their proverbs, man. Acquire their training. And when you stand in the presence of them, man, that's game. You see? Verse 9, it says, miss not the discord of the elders, for they also learned of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need required, man. You see that? So you don't reject the tradition of elders, which they have heard from their elders, from which you will learn how to answer when the need arise. You see that? That's game, man. You ought to soak that game up, man, because you're gonna need it one day. In verse 10, it says, kindle not the coals of a sinner, lest thou be burnt with the flame of his fire, man. You see that? So you don't ignite the flames of a sinner, man, because you're going to mess around and get burned in his flame. You dig? You don't want to incite him or ignite the flame, because you're going to turn around and get burned by that same fire. You see? Verse 11, it says, rise not up in anger, okay, at the presence of an injurious person, lest he lie in wait to entrap thee in thy words, man. That's cold-blooded, man. In other words, man, do not give ground before scoundrels, because it would, they'll ambush you, go against you, man. So you don't, rise up in anger at the presence of an injurious man. Abort that mission. Verse 12, it says, lend not unto him that is mightier than thyself, for if thou lended him, count it but lost, man. In other words, do not lend to one that's more powerful than you, okay? And if you do lend it to him, count it as lost. He's going to overpower you, man. So you don't even waste your time and lend to one that's more powerful than yourself. Because when it comes back to paying you back, he don't have to. He'll just overpower you. So don't even lend to him to begin with, because if you do, consider it lost, man. Consider that money gone. You see, these are jewels that I'm dropping, man. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters, man, cash in on this, man. What are we dealing with? Common sense, prudence, and circumstances to avoid when dealing with others. And when you entertain this skill set, it's deemed more priceless than this priceless diamond you see on the screen, man. In verse 13, Sirach chapter 8, and it reads, "Be not surety above thy power, for if thy be surety, take care to pay it," man. In other words, don't give collateral beyond your means. Consider any collateral a debt you must pay, man, regardless, big or small. Verse 14, "Go not to law with a judge, for they will judge for him according to his honor," man. That's cold-blooded, man. In other words, you don't go to court against a judge, because guess what? It's going to be in the judge's favor, man. So don't even waste your time with that, man. I hope y'all listening to this, man. Verse 15, it says, "Be not surety above," verse 15, "Travail not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee. For he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly," man. You see that? You don't travel with a ruthless individual that weigh you down with calamities, man. Because what's going to happen? They only going to get in your way, and through their folly, your ass is going to die. You're going to perish from it. So again, in verse 15, Sirach chapter 8, "Travail not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee. For he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly," man. Yeah. Abort mission. Verse 16, "Strive not with an angry man, and go not with him in solitary, into a solitary place. For blood is as nothing in his sight, and where there is no help, he will overthrow thee." In other words, man, someone that's quick-tempered, do not defy dude. Don't ride with him through the desert, because bloodshed is nothing to him. And when there ain't nobody there to help you, that's when he gonna destroy your ass, man. Cold-blooded, man. Verse 17, Sirach chapter 8, "Consult not with the fool, for he cannot keep counsel," man. So when it comes to a simpleton, do not take counsel with him, because he cannot keep confidence. You see? So he can't even receive or retain what you're saying, man. Verse 18, Sirach chapter 8, "Do no secret thing before a stranger, for thou knowest not what he will bring forth," man. In other words, man, when it comes to a stranger, do nothing that should be kept a secret, for you don't know what it will produce later on, man. And in verse 19, as we close it out, Sirach chapter 8, verse 19, and it says, "Open not thy heart to every man, lest he requite thee with a shrewd turn," man. You see that? Open your heart to no one. Do not banish your happiness, bro. That's cold-blooded, man. Again, what's the name of the lesson, man? Common sense, prudence, and circumstances to avoid when dealing with others is simply priceless, man. And if you are able to use that skill set, most circumstances in life, most situations in life, use your common sense. Use your prudence. Identify the circumstances and avoid them when dealing with others. And it's going to be a priceless situation, man. That's all I got for you. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters was edified by this word. And we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. Shalom.